Hi, my name is Dr. Taylor Krupp, and I'm an associate veterinarian here at Central Providence Veterinary Hospital. My technician Bailey and I are going to be talking with you guys about preventative care in our cats today.
Dr. Krupp, why is preventative care important for my cat?
Preventative care is important because we're trying to keep your pet healthy and happy for as long as possible by preventing the diseases that we can.
How often should I take my cat to the vet for a checkup?
I would say the standard really is having your cat come in once a year, even if they're not due for vaccines, just to have a really good hands-on exam and see if there are any changes. That can always change as your cat gets older, or if it develops any diseases, it may be recommended to have them come in more often.
What vaccinations does my cat need?
This can be a little bit cat dependent. In general, the core vaccines are the rabies and the feline distemper combo. And then just again, depending on your cat, other vaccines may be recommended based on their lifestyle.
How often should my cat be vaccinated?
Also depends on which vaccines they're getting. So once your cat is an adult and they've had those core vaccines before, it's generally recommended to give them every 3 years instead of once a year. But some of those more elective vaccines, like the feline leukemia vaccine, will remain to be an annual vaccine.
What are common preventative care treatments for cats?
Preventative care treatments can really be separated into two pieces. One is things that we do here in the clinic, which is the annual exams, blood work to make sure the metabolic function is doing well, fecal exams, vaccines, preventions, all of that, and things that you guys do at home. So trying to maintain a healthy weight, keeping your pet active, working on dental care, which can be tricky with our kitty cats, and then besides that, it can be very just dependent on your cat on what they need to.
How can I prevent my cat from getting fleas and ticks?
The best thing you can do to prevent fleas and ticks, even for indoor only kitty cats, is a flea tick prevention that you can give them.
What is the best way to prevent heartworm in cats?
Same thing as with the flea and tick. There's a prevention that you can give your cat to protect them against all of the parasites that most of the parasites we get concerned with.
How can I keep my cat's teeth healthy?
Depends on what your cat will let you do. So in a perfect world, you'd be brushing your cat's teeth daily, if not at least several times a week. There are many kitty cats that don't love that to happen. So there are different things such as dental treats, water additives, food additives, anything that we can do to help just slow down the buildup of dental disease. And whenever your cat's dental disease is getting to the point that it may be affecting underlying tissue, getting a dental cleaning schedule to address things before it gets worse is really important.
What should I do to maintain my cat's weight and prevent obesity?
This can be tricky, especially for our indoor-only kitty cats, especially if they're a little bit more of like a couch potato kitty. But it's really a combination of making sure they're getting an appropriate amount of calories, which if you're concerned, ask your vet. They can help you get a calorie count for your cat, and making sure they're getting exercise. And sometimes we have to get a little bit creative in our couch potatoes to get them to move a little bit.
What are some signs that my cat needs to see a vet?
Really, any change from their normal is important to get checked out. Cats are really good at hiding disease, so if you notice anything off, it's best to get them checked. And then again, at least once a year, depending on your cat. Sometimes we'll suggest doing biannual exams, especially as your kitty cat gets older.
What regular tests should my cat undergo as part of preventative care?
I would say the basics are a really good annual exam once a year, a fecal to make sure that they haven't picked up anything. Even if they're indoor only, things can have a way to come in, so to make sure there's nothing that needs to be addressed there. And then annual wellness lab work to make sure that their metabolic function is still good is very important in our kitty cats, especially as they get older, but things can happen in young cats too, so I would recommend it yearly.
How can I prevent my cat from getting intestinal parasites?
Trying to decrease exposure. So if you have an indoor-only kitty cat, you don't have other pets coming in and out, and you're not wearing your shoes in and out of the house, that can be helpful. And then a lot of the monthly preventative will cover several different intestinal parasites too.
How can I protect my indoor cat from potential health risks?
It's really a combination of everything that we've talked about today. So having them come in for an exam, working on dental care at home, working on a healthy weight and exercise program at home, and make sure they're up to date on their vaccines and preventions are all kind of a part of how to keep your cat healthy and prevent those diseases. So if your cat is due for a visit, go ahead and call and get them scheduled, and then they can also help tailor a preventative care plan for your own pet.